beware. Beware. This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Monday morning to everybody. The weather report, it's going to be nice today. Don't have to sit in the house and be scared by the weather. Weather report's over. I was in East St. Louis last night with our good friend Roger Cook and some of the other candidates. We were invited down to a meet and greet down at the Clyde C. Jordan Senior Citizens Building on State Street in East St. Louis. It was a meet and greet, the New Vision Democrats of East St. Louis. It was a meet and greet for their candidates for county board, Mrs. Perkins, Mr. Hollingsworth, and Mrs. Eastern. Three great candidates, and these people, for everyone who listens down in East St. Louis, and we had a great response, and it's very, very humbling for poor white trash like me from the housing projects of East St. Louis to get hugs, to get pictures taken. And these are the proud blacks. These aren't the plantation Negroes. I won't go around the plantation Negroes. And I told the people yesterday, I didn't have to tell them. They weren't Ray Charles. They weren't blind. I'm a white guy. But I respect the proud black community as I hope they respect the proud white community. We've got all these racist people, and they say, Bob Romanik, my enemies, you're a racist. I'm far from being a racist. I'm a realist. I'm just an ignorant white guy who's not afraid to talk about racial issues. If you've got cancer and you know you got it and you just let it go and you don't address it, it's going to kill you. If we don't address the racial problems, both black and white, it's going to kill all of us. Great people down there yesterday, and guess what? I wasn't scared off. They were primarily, how can I say this? Black. Great people. But you'll read in the paper, the blacks doing this to the whites doing this to the blacks. And that's bull crap. We can all live together. It's these rotten bastard politicians that try to separate us constantly. Not the public servants who do for everybody once they get elected, but the politicians. They want to divide and conquer. I got to speak a few minutes down there, and I told them, I want to develop that East St. Louis riverfront. And some white people might have said, you can't address that, Bob. And you know what I said? I want to address that riverfront, and I want to develop that riverfront because I want to see the proud black community prosper. I want to see the proud white community prosper. I want to see the proud Hispanic and Asian community prosper. But the boys in Belleville, the Kerns, the Spragues, the red on the noodle like a pecker on a poodle bear civic, these rotten, no-count, good-for-nothing rotten bastards, they want to divide and conquer. They've been doing it for the last 20, 30, 40 years. And I'm tired, people. You know I'm running for state representative. I'm running as a Republican. I told you yesterday or Friday, I'm not really a true Republican. I've never been a true Democrat, and I voted that way years back. You go a direction you go till you find out it's not the right direction. And then you're an idiot if you keep, well, I know everybody's told me that this is not the way to get to Chicago. But I'm going this way through Memphis because that's the way I want to go. No, I was misled. A lot of the proud blacks and whites all throughout St. Clair County, they've been misled. Hey, we got to be Democrats. Got to be Democrats, my ass. But I'll say the same thing. Got to be Republicans, my ass. We got to be Americans first, people. Don't let them. They're dividing the black and the white. Now they're dividing the Democrat and Republican. You remember the religious wars? They divided the Catholics from the Jews. They divided everybody from everything because that's the only way they can win is divide and conquer. We're not going to let it divide us in 2016. I'm just pissed. Not going to be politically correct. Guy yesterday, hey, Bob, you look good, but you better get a haircut. You're running for office. I let my hair grow down to my ass. I don't care. What the hell does it make any difference? What kind of hair I got? What color my skin is? What kind of clothes I got on to go up to Springfield and beat the crap out of these rotten bastards who've been beating the crap out of us? Uh-oh, here comes somebody. I need $1,000 to pay some bills. Here comes a guy who's got a purple suit. I hate purple. He's got a mustache. Man, I don't like a mustache. He's got that goofy-looking hat on. And he comes up and offers me $1,000 to pay my bills so my family can eat and stay in our house the next month. You don't think I'm putting my hand out and taking that money and then putting my hand back out and shaking his hand? Give a damn what he looks like. Don't give a damn what color he is, what religion he is. Give a damn about people producing to help make this great country great, to keep it great. But these rotten bastards, you know how they are. But anyway, it was a humbling experience, and I want to thank Robert Eastern and Oliver Hamilton and all the guys for the New Vision Democrats of East St. Louis. For those that don't know, these were guys that used to be East St. Louis Democratic Club members, used to be St. Clair County Democratic Central Committee members, no longer. They took the path, and then somebody finally told them, guys, that ain't the right direction to get there. It's not the right direction to get there, to help your community, to help this county, to help this state, to help this country. It's not the right direction. And guess what? These guys are smart enough. They said, hey, you're right. So now they're on the right direction. The St. Clair County Freedom Coalition is on the right direction. And I'm not trying to be melodramatic. It's serious, people. Hell, the state's billions of dollars in debt. The state can't pay their bills, and we're going to talk about it in a little bit. It's embarrassing to live in this great state of Illinois. And I would say it's primarily the Democrats' fault. They've been in power for the last 12, 14 years. Now, I don't agree with everything Governor Rauner does. I don't agree with everything anybody does, and I hope you don't either. But Rauner inherited all this crap. And they're trying to flip the script on Rauner. And I'm not pimping for Rauner. If I get elected and there's something that's good for the people in my district and Madigan and the Democrats bring it up, I'm going to piss the Republicans off because I'm going to vote for the people in my district. And what really amazes me, and I'm going to say it when we start these speeches after the primary, how the hell can the gay rights send me something asking for an endorsement? I told them they ought to send that to Kern. How can pro-life, and I'm not saying whether I'm pro-life or not at this point, but how can they, the NRA, and I believe in some of the NRA, I believe we should have guns. That's what I believe. But I'll tell you, if the people in the 114th Legislative District, all throughout East St. Louis, Centerville, Allerton, Freeburg, Smithton, Mascoutah, Lebanon, O'Fallon, if they tell me they don't want us to have guns, I'm going to say, I think you're wrong. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to vote the way I hope they don't do that, but I'm going to vote the way my people. I'm being sent to Springfield to represent them, not to take my personal feelings up there. And that's what's wrong in politics. We elect these people. They don't listen to us. Oh, they listen to us the day before the election. They kiss our ass on election day. Then we don't see them for another 4 years. You know how it goes. It's just not a black thing. It's a white thing, too. There's enough white crap going around, it evens it out. But whenever we get closer to these elections, people, don't think about there's a D or an R behind somebody's name. If you do, and I'm going to piss you off now, if you do, you're an idiot. Research the people Research what they're about. Research what they say they're going to do, and hopefully they won't lie and they'll do it afterwards. That's the problem. These bastards tell you anything, they get elected, and then they don't do anything. They do what party line politicians in Springfield and in Washington, D.C. want them to do. I don't want to make friends up in Springfield. I don't drink. I don't want to go hang in the bars. I want to do and make a difference for the people in my district, just like every elected official should do. Make a difference for the people that put them in office. We're going to take care of our housekeeping. We're going to come back, and we're going to get a little crazy because I'm pissed off today. I'm pissed off to these rotten bastard politicians driving around in their brand new cars, their suits on. They think they're big shots, and they're only big shots because we put them there. They didn't earn these positions. We put them there. The Department of Veteran Affairs, St. Louis Fisher House Trivia Night will be held on Saturday, February the 13th at the Moolah Shrine Temple, 12,545 Fifi Road in St. Louis. Any questions or concerns, you can contact Steve Turner at 314-205-0800. Mouse races coming up February the 20th at the American Legion Post 485, located at 200 South 5th Street in DuPont, Illinois. Races start at 7 p.m. Tickets are $10 at the door. Any questions or concerns, you can contact Victor at 618-337-3202. State Representative, our good friend Charlie Myers, his chicken and bear dance. He's got a poster here with a moose dancing with the bear and the chicken doing something to the moose. I don't know. It looks awful strange to me. But anyway, it's going to be held on Saturday, February the 6th, featuring the Backroads Band. It'll be held at the Germantown American Legion. Doors open at 7. Festivities start at 8, $25 per person in advance, $30 at the door. Any questions or concerns? 618-407-3148. Proceeds to benefit Citizens for Charlie Myers. Charlie will be out there. The St. Clair County Freedom Coalition will be out there supporting you because you do good for the people in the 108th District. You do what the people in your district tell you to do, and I want to salute you for that. Chicken and Beer Dance, sponsored by the St. Joseph's Parish Men's Club in Freeburg, Illinois. And I want to say hello to all of our listeners, our loyal listeners in Freeburg. Great people. It'll be held this Saturday, 8 p.m. to midnight at the St. Joseph's Parish at 6 North Alton Street in Freeburg, Illinois. $20 per person, $35 per couple. Any questions or concerns, you can contact Don Rakers, and we got a different number for him. But here, contact Don Hensrich at 539-3925. We had a new number for Don, but I don't know where the hell it's at. St. Stephen's Men Club, all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast to be held this Sunday, February the 7th from 8 a.m. to noon at Vote Hall in Caseyville, Illinois. The Mississippi Valley Duck Hunters, America the Beautiful Chicken and Beer Dance to be held Saturday, February the 20th at the Quail Club at 8303 Concordia Church Road in Belleville. Doors open at 6. Band starts at 7. Only 250 tickets to be sold. You can contact Jolly at 618-977-2986 for any information. Benefit for Brian Mooch Harner, Chicken and Beer Dance and Silent Auction to be held February the 13th from 6 p.m. to midnight at the Madison County Fairgrounds in Highland. And I want to thank again Mr. and Mrs. Dombacher from Dombacher Trucking in Freeburg for giving us this information. There's no number to call, but it'll be held on February the 13th from 6 p.m. to midnight at the Madison County Fairgrounds in Highland, Illinois. On this date, February the 1st, 1970, the United States Supreme Court convened for the first time at the Royal Exchange Building in New York. On this date, February the 1st, 1840, the first U.S. dental college, the Baltimore College of Dental Surgery, was incorporated. On this date, February the 1st, 1862, the Battle Hymn of the Republic, a poem by Julia Ward Howe, was published in the Atlantic Monthly. On this date, February the 1st, 1893, Thomas A. Edison completed work on the world's first motion picture studio, his Black Maria, in West Orange, New Jersey. On this date, February the 1st, 1898, the Travelers Insurance Company of Hartford, Connecticut, issued the first automobile policy. On this date, February the 1st, and I'm experienced here. On this date, February the 1st, 1906, the first federal penitentiary building was completed in Leavenworth, Kansas. And you know what? Actually, I got to enjoy the amenities there, or the lack of amenities would be a more appropriate term, for a wonderful 16-month vacation. And I don't think it was wonderful, and I think you know what I mean. You know, when I was in Leavenworth, that was the dirtiest. They didn't send me. They were mad at me because I wouldn't lie on my friends. They wouldn't send me to Greenville, to the new penitentiary. They sent me to Leavenworth, and man, it was hot. It was nasty. It had sand. I mean, it was just like being out in the desert. And I got my fair share of punishment. But that 16 months, you know what? I really don't want to remember, but I never want to forget. So anyway, let's move on. February the 1st, 1914, the first motion picture censorship board was appointed in Pennsylvania. And I want to ask before I go any further, why the hell do we have to be censored? Why the hell can't we say what we want? You know, the F-bomb, how many times have you said the F-bomb, but you can't say it on the air? How many times you said SH, you know the word I'm talking about, the substitute for crap, but you can't say it on the air? In this great country of ours, as sophisticated as we are, with all the killings going on, with all the terrorists going on, and we're worried about laws, we've got to worry about what we say and how we say it. Never mind. It pisses me off. February the 1st, 1949, a presidential proclamation established the National Freedom Day to celebrate the signing of the 13th Constitutional Amendment abolishing slavery on this day in 1865. On this date, February the 1st, 1992, the meeting in Washington, D.C., President George Bush and Russian President Boris Yeltsin declared an official end to the Cold War. On this date, February the 1st, 2009, Johanna Schuchenbuchen, whatever the hell her name is, became the first openly gay head of state in the modern world when she was elected as the first female prime minister of Iceland. I don't know. I think maybe we beat their record. I think there's some, I don't know if they're openly gay, of course, but I think if you hang around the courthouse, you'll hear some of them bitches trying to get out of the closet, but they're too stupid to get out of the closet. And don't go up to the 5th floor because there's no telling what the hell's liable to go on up there. That's what happened on this date, February the 1st, throughout all these years in our world's history. Want to say hi to Jim Brenner and Randy Osborne and all of our friends and loyal listeners at the Olin Corporation in East Alton. They listen all the time. Talked to them yesterday. Also want to say hello to Anthony Rossetti in Millstadt, and again, all of our loyal listeners there. Mr. Thomas Kaysen. He's the uncle of our friend Lenina Kaysen, running for judge in the next election. He's a principal at Soldan International Studies High School. It's accredited with distinction. He's the past president of the Administrators Association. I met him yesterday, and I wanted to congratulate and salute him for helping to take Soldan High School at one time. Wasn't the best, and he's helped and helped all of them in the school district over there in St. Louis. Really, they've progressed enormously in the last 4 or 5, 10 years. So I want to salute Dr. Thomas Kaysen and all the teachers in the St. Louis School District, because I know they're doing their best with what they have. Dennis Bensbacher called from Mascoutah, cussing me out. Of course, he was cussing me out on the answering machine. Where's 1430? Where's the oldies? We've been working on the oldies, Dennis and everybody else, to improve the signal. So anytime you hear one of our stations off, it's so we can improve the signal. We cannot keep the station going because somebody will get hurt out there, because it's very, very dangerous. So Dennis, thank you very much. Also, last but not least, the Friends of the Old Millstadt Water Tower, and I want to thank Betty Keller Timmer. She sent this out saying there's no federal monies. They're trying to get donations so they can refurbish the water tower, and they're asking for donations. You can go to millstadtwatertower.org. That's common spelling, one word, or you can mail checks payable to Friends of the Old Millstadt Water Tower, Post Office Box 335, Millstadt. Bunch of great people in Millstadt, nice little community. They're trying to save their water tower, and anything we can do better, you let us know. But we'll talk about that at a future date. Don't forget, elections coming up. Early voting. There'll be early voting starting February the 5th. I believe that's Thursday through March the 14th. There's going to be several locations, so make sure we all get together and vote. One last thing. No, we're not going to go there. I've been signaled to take a break. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this message. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, your guardian of the First Amendment. Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom. Radical Radio, and we are, as always, very proud to be the Patriot. Roger Cook's going to be stopping by again, and people say, you have Roger on, you have Carl on. These guys are candidates. Kay Kern, get your lame, stinky, hairy, wrinkled ass down here. Get your ass down here. Barrasivi, get your ass down here. Sprague, get your ass down here. All our enemies, I'll give you more than equal time. You rotten bastards, you won't talk to the people out on the street. You definitely won't talk to them on the radio. And what pisses me off is they can't be reached. They can never be reached except Election Day. Oh, except every other Friday when they get their damn check. Then these bastards can be reached. I'd like to reach over and put my foot up their ass is what I'd like to do. And I think all the people in St. Clair County, all the people throughout this country feel the same way about these politicians. You know, there's a big presidential election, and I don't usually do national matters because you can pick that up on any TV station, any radio station. I want to keep it local because you never hear anything local but right here at KQQZ and KZQZ. But anyway, over $80 million spent in the Iowa primary. $80 million, people, in one primary. This is before the primary and way before the general election. You know how much money's going to be spent? And we've got people in this great country, not black, not white, but American people, not Hispanic, not Asian, American people who go to bed hungry? Are you crazy? You idiots? You political idiot bastards? Why don't you donate that money so the poor can eat, so the poor can live properly? And help properly to me back in the day was eating one meal in the Roosevelt homes and having a blanket so we could sit in the back room with an electric heater because we were freezing. That was good for me. But you rotten, no-count bastard politicians, and I got to say that for all of them. And I'm not really against any of them, but Trump, Cruz, all these, Hillary Clinton. She sits there and talks. She wants the Democratic vote. She goes to the black areas. You know, I'm all for you. She ain't for crap. She ain't missed a meal. You can tell she ain't missed a meal in a long time. Lives in a $1 zillion house. But they want to come down here and play? Let it be a Bob Romanik. Let it be one of you good people that have experienced what the hell it's about. They're going to come down, I feel your pain. Feel your pain, my ass. You ain't never went to bed hungry, you ignorant, no good son of a bitches, both Democrats and Republicans. And not all Republicans are bad. Not all Democrats are bad. But not all Republicans are good. And guess what? A lot of Democrats aren't worth a damn. I'm tired of the phony crap, people. I'm tired. You want to hear this stuff from these people? I wish people would stand up and say, hey, I'm tired of hearing this phony crap. Put some food on our tables, you idiots. Give us some proper housing. protect us over in St. Louis. Hey, Slay, you little sawed-off son of a bitch. 3 years ago, 2 years ago, you're touting, I'm running for mayor. It'll be a record. It'll be the 5th time, the 6th. I don't give a damn if it's the 40th time. You're not protecting your people in St. Louis. There's been 10, 15 killings over there in 1 month. Not only do you lose people, not only do you lose lives, and people's families are devastated by the loss of lives, but secondarily, you lose all that income. I spend a lot of money over in St. Louis. I ain't been over in St. Louis in probably a month. I can get killed on this side of the river. Not as easy as I can get killed on the Missouri side. And people in Illinois I talk to every day, Slay, they're tired of this crap. And your people are definitely tired of it. You promised there were going to be proper police protection. And I don't want to shark the police officers. Great guys. They can only do with what they have to do with. There's not enough police officers because Slay's got to have 500 people in his office. Like Belleville. Mark Maximum Vaginas, a.k.a. Pussy Boy Eckert. You got 3 secretaries. You got a police car. You're tying up 4 positions there. That we could have policemen out on the street. But you got to be a big shot, don't you? You idiot. Hey, give me a call, you stupid idiot. Mark Pussy Boy, also known as Maximus Vaginas Eckert, the illustrious mayor of Belleville. Same thing. They're worried about shoring up their political existence. I'll be damned, you heard me on the air. If I get elected, if Roger Cook gets elected, Carl Officer, don't give us 10 years, 20 years to make a difference. 4 years is too much, but that's just the way it is at the county level. If these guys don't do a good job and make a difference in 4 years, I'm voting against the son of a bitches. I'll vote against myself. People, you have to give everybody the opportunity. You never know what somebody's going to do until they do it. Or more so than not, don't do it. But $70-80 million in one primary, people, in the state of Iowa, a small state. How much money do you think is going to be spent in the general election in the rest of the primaries? And people in our great country are starving. It just really, really pisses me off. Hey, I want to say hello to the Mayor of Lindsborg, Mayor Jim Schutze, and Fire Chief John Huffman and Assistant Chief Ron Pitts. You know, small towns like Lindsborg, Marissa, New Athens, even Freeburg and Smithton, they always, in St. Labori, they always are forgotten. They're small towns. They try to take care of their own, but, they get lost in the shuffle, too. So, anyway, all the good people in Lindsborg want to say hello to you. Thanks for listening. We sincerely appreciate that. I didn't want to get on the airport, but there's so much crap day in and day out about the airport, and Roger Cook's going to be coming in, and I'll ask him about it. But before we go there, where the hell? I don't know where I want to go. Yeah, I do. I want to go to the airport. Before I go there, Brendan Kelly, we're demanding that John Red on the Noodle like a pecker on the poodle, Bear Civic, be indicted for official misconduct with intent to obtain a personal advantage for himself. He performs an act in excess of his lawful authority. He can't sit there as a judge being paid for by us on our time, in our courthouse, using our phone, in our office that we pay for, and talk about all the Republicans, no good son of a bitches. Are you crazy, Bear Civic? You can talk about me being a no good son of a bitch, and you may be partially right. But the people of St. Clair County, we're not going to stand for you being a sitting judge and going to disrespect everybody. The people that put you in office last time that I don't think are going to put you in this time if you're allowed to run. And these Democrats, they're scurrying up in Springfield. They're scurrying in Chicago. They can't believe that we have fought them tooth and nail. They've never been fought like this, people. The St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, we're on a roll. Now, maybe we don't win, but you've heard me. The fight, you hear me, is usually, if not always, more important than the victory. And we've won. We've exposed these son of a bitches, and we're going to continue to expose them until November the 8th of 2016. At that point, I think you'll see a whole new administration, and I think you'll see a changing of the guards that will be good and positive for everybody. Don't let these bastards. Things are going to be different this time. Hell, after 10, 20, 30, 40 years, how the hell can you be that stupid to believe these rotten bastards? And you can only tell they're lying if you see their lips moving. Some of them want to be ventriloquists. That's how far they'll go to make sure that we can't catch them in a lie. But Bear Civic, I will not stand, you hear me? And I'm poor white trash. I'm poor white trash from the housing project. And I know you're a big shot from Fairview. Your family had a lot of money, and you're a big shot. You got 20, 30 of your family members working at the courthouse under different names, of course. I don't give a damn about what a big shot you are. Come get me, you stupid son of a bitch. I'm tired of being threatened. People call up, watch out, Romanik. They're going to do this to you. They're going to do that. I heard. Hey, I heard, kiss my ass. Bear Civic, Sprague, Kern. You don't scare me, you rotten bastards. You don't scare me at all. You don't scare the good people of St. Clair County anymore. They found out that you're the little man. Toto has pulled the screen. The St. Clair County Freedom Coalition has pulled the screen away and found out it's a little man, or little men, no, little boys. Sprague, Kern, Bear Civic. Been intimidating people all throughout St. Clair County for all these years. We're tired of it, Bear Civic. We're tired of it, Sprague. We're tired of it, Kern. And we, not we, the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, not we, the Democrats, not we, the Republicans, but we, the people, are tired of this crap. And we're not going to take it anymore. I see in the paper, struggling mid-America chases federal funds. What do you mean chasing federal funds? That's our funds. There's no Grant Ferry or Fun Ferry come down and sprinkle money all to us. Now, there's some ferries at the courthouse. I don't know what the hell they're sprinkling, but it ain't pretty. Struggling Mid-America Airport. Headlines, chases federal funds. They're not chasing federal funds. They're chasing our hard-earned taxpayers' dollars. I don't give a damn. We sent it up to the feds. They shipped it down to the state. State ships it down locally. It's all our money. Every penny that runs this country, people, is our money. And how wasteful it is. And it said the federal government spent tens of millions of dollars to build Mid-America Airport 2 decades ago. Now they're asking for a $500,000 grant, and they've been refused by the federal government. Been refused, you hear me? And here's the problem. And I don't want to go into it a whole lot, but it is the problem. They're sending people out of our area to spend money out of our area. See, Kern and Sprague and Bear Civic, they all think that if there's bodies in the airport, they know it's not financially successful, but visually it's successful. Look at all the people flying out. Well, hell yeah, they're flying out. They're going to Vegas. They're going to Florida so they can spend their money at their restaurants down there, their hotels. I don't blame the mayor of Las Vegas. I don't blame the mayor in these Florida towns, Fort Myers and these towns in Florida. If I was a mayor, I would subsidize flights coming in. I would give up a little bit of money so I could get a lot of money back. But one of the most egregious parts, we, the taxpayers, we're giving this Allegiant Airport, and Allegiant, it says here, Allegiant specializes in flying to underused airports. Well, hell, they can't be any more right than underused Mid-America Airport, often in smaller cities. These airports, as Mid-America has, they waive landing fees and offer other incentives. Now, people, you don't have to be Einstein or a mathematician. We're giving them $30,000 to promote each destination, Las Vegas and 3 cities in Florida. So that's 30 times 4. That's $120,000 that we're giving for advertising. We're not taking any landing fees. Where's our money being made? We're not making a penny. And then we're losing it because these people are going to Florida, they're going to Vegas, they're going to their hotels, their restaurants, their bars, their concert venues, their casinos, and spending their money there. How the hell do we win? But they want to make it look good, and with the election coming up, people, they're going to do anything, you hear me? Anything and everything to try to make it appear to be good. But here's what I like. Neither the airport's director, Tim Cantrell, and this is a bastard that's cost us $10 to $12 million a year to prove that it's not going to be successful. And it's never going to be successful. $10 to $12 million a year. Tim Cantrell, nor 2 county officials involved in the airport's management, guess what? could not be reached for comment. You know, I go to Vegas and bet that a politician's going to say could not be reached for comment. Hell, you'll win every time. You'll win every time. But these business groups, they know what's going on. The airport in St. Louis, there's a whole concourse that's down, that's vacant. You don't think people are going to go over to St. Louis? And what I like here, the biggest user of Mid-America Runway isn't a commercial airline, but a notable next-door neighbor, the United States Air Force. And that's exactly right. And that's why when I get elected, it's in my district, it's in Roger Cooks County, we're going to demand that the federal government take it back over. Now, if we need some of that space to lease for the county at some point in time, but as it says right here, the Air Force needs that airport, not St. Clair County. Let's put it on their backs. They need it. And we want to work with our federal government because we are our federal government. But to sit there, Bear Civic, Kern, Sprague, and to try to shore up this airport at the cost of $12+ million a year, we've lost over $500 million, people, and that's going to be the big eyesore come this election. I want that airport off our backs, and I will fight, as Roger Cook will, to get this airport off our backs. I will fight to develop the riverfront down in East St. Louis so the proud blacks can get off the plantation so they can have things to do down in East St. Louis. It's good for everybody. And you've heard me a zillion times. How East St. Louis goes is how St. Clair County goes. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest. America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud to be the Patriot. You know, everybody's running for committeeman, everybody's running here and there. Jerry Nichols, the lone wolf in Cahokia, the only board member, village board member that'll stand up for what's right, and he's fighting the fight out there, and I'm going to salute Jerry Nichols for that. But his wife, Rhonda, Jerry Nichols he couldn't take the Democratic crap anymore, so he's going to run as a Republican. I'm sure he still has some Democratic values, but he said, Bob, I can't take it anymore. I'm not going to be part of the culture of corruption. So Rhonda, his wife, said, well, I'll run for committeeman on the Democratic side. But I spoke with her recently, and she's resigning. She doesn't want to be. She sees what's going on in the Democratic Party. So Rhonda Nichols says, hey, I don't want any part. Why would I want to run for precinct committeeman as a Democrat in the area I live to be elected to become part of that culture of corruption in St. Clair County? She said, I don't want any part of it, and I want to salute her for that. So she sent a letter to Sprague and all the idiots up there that she will not take part in this corrupt political activity with the Democrats. And I salute her for that. She's taken a stand. And I know she'll get behind her husband, Jerry Nichols, the lone wolf of Cahokia, and he's going to run for county board on the Republican side just to defeat the culture of corruption, the Democratic culture of corruption. So I want to salute the Nichols. You guys have done the right thing. You try to do what's right. Say, I think Rhonda and Jerry, they went down the Democratic path, as did Gary Cornwell and a lot of the good people in Cahokia. But they found out the direction they were going to get where they wanted to go was bad, was corrupt, was evil, was criminal. And they backed away from the St. Clair County Democratic Party. And I think you're seeing that in East St. Louis. I think you're seeing it all over the county. That these Democrats want to be Democrats, but they don't want to be Democratic criminals. So they're going to have to cross over, and they're going to have to vote the person, not the party. And speaking of vote the person, not the party, the slogan of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition is Mr. Roger Cook. Roger Cook, co-chair of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. How the hell you doing, buddy?
Hey, Bob, I'm doing great. Glad to be here. Had a great day yesterday with you. Let me just say a little bit about that to the people, your listeners out there. I could not believe the appreciation of the African-American population that was there at the Clyde Jordan Center yesterday, coming up to you and thanking you for having their back.
Yeah.
And they understand that you're fighting for them. And I'll tell you what, people that are listening out there, your voice is down in East St. Louis, and if it was 20, it probably was 30 elderly black females coming up to you, hugging you, and thanking you for fighting a fight for them.
Yeah,
and it was impressive, and they understand what you're saying, and they know that you've got a good heart. I know a lot of people out there are not going to like to hear this, but really, Bob Romanik is a caring individual. I see it. I see it. No, I'm going to get this out. I've seen it time and time again. I've seen the people come up and thank you. You don't want credit for it, but you are, in their mind, a patriot.
Hey, Roger Cook, it took me 66 years to develop this bad reputation. Don't you dare screw it up overnight, because I'll blow up your car. But hey, listen, and I do, and I appreciate all of our supporters in East St. Louis. I did have to apologize to a lot of the senior citizens for my use of language, and I do. I don't say that to make people mad. I say that to get people's attention, and sometimes that's all we got to do. But all the seniors down there, I do want to apologize. I'm sorry I use the language I use, but one senior said, Bob, you are who you are. Keep up the fight. But Roger, we talked about this off the air. You just came in a couple minutes ago. How the hell can this airport, why are they getting all this publicity when it's all negative? We're not making any money. Kernan, those guys are going to, they would probably, not hypothetically, they'd probably kill people. Hypothetically, of course, to keep this airport open. I mean, they're so desperate. They're doing everything, and all it's doing is putting us further in the hole.
Bob, as you know, we lose millions of dollars a year funding that airport. When you factor in depreciation, that number goes way up. I'm committed. That's going to be the number one issue in this campaign for St. Clair County Board Chairman. I'm going to use people like Ed Cockrell and other Republican county board members that have expertise in this area. I've talked to aviation experts. I've talked to former military, from generals to colonels, and we're going to put together a team of county board members, development people, and also aviation experts and former military, and we're going to look to see what we can do to get this money pit off the back of the people of St. Clair County.
You know, Roger, I'm kidding with some people in the studio on break. You understand, I know you're a smart man. Why the hell do they think they can keep putting money into the airport and taking money out of our area? Do they think that's pulling the wool over anybody's eyes in St. Clair County?
I think it's went on for so long that the people of St. Clair County are fed up. We're being taxed out of this county. We have one of the highest property taxes in not only in the state but in the country, and we can't let this go on any longer. It's time that we start making decisions that's best for the people and not a club.
What the hell? What kind of political person are you? Make the decision for the people? Are you nuts? Hell, they've never made a decision for the people here in St. Clair County in the last 40 years. Are you pledging to make a decision that's going to be for the people and not for the political party?
Let me tell you another secret, Bob. It's easy to govern if you always make decisions that are best for the people. You may not be right 100% of the time, but I guarantee you'll be right 99% of the time. Let's make decisions based on what's best for this county's future, our children, our property values, and it's not hard to do. It's just all you got to do is be for the people.
Yeah. You know, we were yesterday again at the New Vision Democrats meet the candidates for county board, and we were down there. You were down there. I was down there. Ed Cockrell, and I got to say, I like Ed, good friend. But a guy, I mean, he's just a glutton for punishment. He gets up and says, anybody that has a problem with taxes, give me a call. Ed give him his personal number. Now, I give my personal number out to hot ladies, but I don't know if I just give it out to everybody. But I understand, and I'm being facetious, of course. With Ed, he wants to help everybody. He's been doing this for 10 years, not because he was a candidate, because he wanted to help people. Ed, you're right here. Go ahead. What do you got there? Why do you keep giving out your number? You got to be being abused every day with phone calls.
Well, Bob, I think the premise is in this country, I don't think anybody minds paying their fair share. But as we found out, there's some public officials that aren't even paying their fair share down there. And
you're talking about the Mosley brothers, or sons or daughters.
I haven't checked it out, so I can't confirm or deny that.
Well, I will. I'm going to people down here. Let me tell you, Ed. You got Roy Mosley. He's running. You got Lonnie Mosley. They're running for county board. One of them's on the taxation committee. They pay zero taxes. You people in East St. Louis, do you understand? These rotten, no good son of a bitch. I saw the tax bills. They pay no taxes. And I know you can't explain that, Ed, because you don't have all the facts. But I can explain to the good people, not just of East St. Louis, but all throughout St. Clair County, when these political bastards that are handling our taxation committees pay nothing, it's criminal, it's wrong, and it needs to be stopped.
Well, it all goes back to fair assessments, Bob, and whatever we pay taxes on, it should be fair for everybody, not just in East St. Louis, but in New Athens, Millstadt, St. Libory, Belleville, Stuckey Township, all of them. But my point is, that's what I'm about. And I've had people call me and get mad because I tell them they're probably paying on a fair assessment of property. Well, my taxes are too high. Well, I can't help what your school boards and the rest of your governmental units do. But again, 618-406-5767. Feel free to call me. I'm going to try to come back Wednesday. Maybe we can get a few minutes, Bob, delve into this subject a little bit more, and I'll be done my investigation by then.
We'll do that. And what I did like, Ed, when you said you were running for board of review, and you did say, and I thought it was a great idea, when you get elected, you're not going to make people come up to Belleville. You're going to have satellite offices ever so often in East St. Louis in the outer county, so it'll be convenient for people to get the information they need. And I thank you for that, because I need good information quick.
Well, Bob, the thing is, if you want to appeal your taxes, either you have to take off work or take out your business time or your personal time, and you have to go to the courthouse. You have to get an appointment. You got to bring all your documentation there, because they think that's the only place you can do business. Well, I can do business anywhere. You give me a laptop, I can look anything up.
Yeah.
So, if there's a certain time it's going to be in a particular township, I'll just try to go to that township office or some office capabilities in that and look it up. And it's convenient we should strive to be more convenient for the people. Thank you, Bob. I'll see you Wednesday.
Ed Cockrell, you're welcome. And I want to thank, as always, Roger Cook coming in. And we talk about Roger being the co-chairman of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. He's also the candidate for county board chairman against Mark Sweet Cakes Kern. And people, you need to research the background. You need to research what Kern has done. You need to listen to Roger Cook, because if we don't stop this culture of corruption in St. Clair County this time, it's going to be over, people. And I'm not being melodramatic. It's going to be over. It's been 40-some-odd years. They're on their way out. Kern's getting up in age. Sprague is older than dirt. Barasivic, I don't know if he knows where the hell he's at. They'll take these last 4 years, and they'll just suck everything out of this county, and then they'll move on to their biggest states in Florida. Kern will move up to his $2 million hunting lodge in Brussels, Illinois, and we're going to be left holding the bag. Think about that, people. We cannot accept this any longer in St. Clair County. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, very proud to be the Patriot. Come on back tomorrow. We're going to talk about the Open Meeting Act in Cahokia. We're going to talk a little bit about the airport. Tomorrow we're going to open up the lines, because we are America's voice of freedom. We're definitely the Patriot. We want everybody to be heard. Get and take your 15 minutes of recognition. We deserve that, and we need that as Americans. Don't let your voice be silenced by these rotten, bastard, political, parasitical punks that we call politicians. so we can unite together, Democrats, Republicans, men, women, black, white, even the gay. Hey, Kern, even the gay community, if you know what I'm talking about, even the gay guys are involved, and welcome. And together, all of us, seriously, together, we can unite. We can expose these political parasitical punks. And come election day, you know what we have to do. We have to do for our safety, our security, our future, and our families. We have to destroy these rotten bastards, stinky, hairy-ass, smelly, wrinkled bastard son of a bitches. Destroy them politically, of course, right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me